Ramon is a rideshare driver, and we're going to go ahead and enter all of his Schedule C information in. So we're going to start by filling out his Form 1099 miscellaneous. This is a common place for self-employment income to be reported. So we start just by putting in the name of the payer and their address. We'll enter their zip code. And then we're going to go ahead and enter their federal payer ID number. Then it pulls all the recipient's information, so we don't need to fill that out. And his income is reported in box 7. Self-employment income is typically reported in box 7 on the miscellaneous form. So we're going to go ahead and put it there. There's no other information on the form, so we're going to click continue. So now the software is prompting us to go ahead and transfer this to a Schedule C, which is where you put all of your business income. If we don't do this, then the return is going to be calculated incorrectly. It needs to go into Schedule C. So he doesn't have a business name. He also hasn't registered to get an employer identification number. So he's just using a social security number to run this business. The next step on this page is to go ahead and enter the business type. If you don't know the business type, you'll click there and then get a long list of business codes and try and find the code that matches their business the closest, or look for what it was coded as last year. So in this case, we do know his business code, and it's 485990. It's going to go ahead and pull its other transit, which is what he's doing. Go ahead and click continue. So we filled out this section. We do not need to fill out this. So the next section we're going to do is income. We go ahead and click edit. We can see that the 1099 miscellaneous income went ahead and pulled to the Schedule C. So now we have to put on his 1099K income, which says right here to report there. So we're going to put the $29,000 there. And then lastly, we'll put his tip income on there. And he had $2,745 in tips. We're going to go ahead and click continue. Now that we have all of his income, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and enter his expenses. All of that is going to be entered under general expenses. So we'll click begin. His expenses can be categorized into two things: commissions and fees, and then the supplies category. So one option is to total everything up and just put it in there, or you can click this and itemize the amounts. This makes it a lot easier for you to track what you've put in and for the quality reviewer to come over. So instead of having to sit there and add this all up separately, the software will do it for you. And then you also can ensure that everything that you needed to have in here got put in here. So there's two more fees: airport fee, and that was $515. And again, when I go to add another one, I'm just clicking up there for commissions and fee to pull up another one. This fee is the last one for the fees. So like I said, it's a really nice summary. We can see that we put all of them in there. It's really quick to look at. I can quickly make sure the amounts are correct and click continue. So it does pull it, totals it up, and puts it there. So then I also said he has some supplies. So we're going to go ahead there. I'm going to itemize it again. I just really prefer this method. So he has snacks for his customers. He spent $280 on that. He has auto deodorizers. $15 on those. And then his last supply that he has is phone chargers. And since these are only for customer use, he is allowed to go ahead and claim them as an expense. So now we have all of his supplies in. Again, it's a nice quick summary. And if one of those supplies that you put in weren't allowed, it's quick for the site coordinator to delete out. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue. We've entered all our expenses in. So the next thing we need to do is our car and truck expenses. So he's told us that he drives a 2016 sedan. He started using his vehicle for business purposes, which means placing in service, January 6th of 2017. We calculated that he drove 36,030 miles. He also did 2,700 miles commuting, and then he had 6,000 for other personal things. So we're going to go ahead and go through these. He did not have another vehicle available, but he did use his off duty or when he wasn't working. He does have evidence, and it is written. Typically, if you're a rideshare driver, you're going to have evidence, and it's written. The companies track all of that for you. So we have completed a Schedule C. I just want to point out a couple things. If you're ever filling out cost of goods sold, you're doing an out of scope return. Depreciation's out of scope, and business use of your home is out of scope. So if we're ever finding ourselves in any of those three sections, we're doing a return out of scope, and we're going to have to let them know they have to go to a paid preparer. So we can go ahead and exit a Schedule C, and you can see that it's miscellaneous form. It says this carried to Schedule C. And that's how you know it. We saw it in the return, but you also can see here that I got carried correctly.